Diamond's first full practice. Just what were some of the things that you maybe were looking for to use this day to get more?
Yeah, just to get her a little more comfortable with her teammates and with our terminology and schemes defensively, and then offensively the spacing and the actions that we like to play out.
Did Paige practice today?
Paige did not practice today.
What's like her status?
Just rest day to day. She should be fine for tomorrow.
And then what are some things maybe that you worked on today going into a matchup against the same team that you played today?
Yeah, some subtle adjustments that we'd like to make on the floor, and then just cleaning up. And again, a lot too is with today being a practice day, just taking advantage of just that. So focusing on New York, of course, but at the same time getting this young group with some new pieces that haven't had a chance to practice together to just get better at what we're all about.
What happened with the scheduling today with practice? Like, what is going on?
Is this on the record or off the record?
Oh.
There's lots of events going on here at CPC with graduation, and so a lot of the auxiliary gyms are being used. So we apologize but we walked in here this morning and it was pandemonium. So sometimes you gotta just roll the punches. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. But what's it just been like sharing this space?
Yeah, we're grateful for the moment, but excited to get our own space, which these players deserve, and we won't run into issues like this in the future.
It looks like Myisha practiced. Just how important is it having her back? And then Diamond also mentioned, because they shared a little bit of time together in Minnesota last year, just how helpless that has been having her to help her get out. Yeah,
Myisha is our veteran, right? Her and Reek, those are our veteran presence. And Myisha is just a strong voice on the floor and really brings us organization. So it's good to have her back on the floor.
How's it feel to finally get a few practices in this week, later this weekend?
Yeah. Feels good to be able to get out here and get up and down the floor and work out some of the adjustments that we want to make. And again, just for them to continue to feel comfortable building chemistry with one another.
Something I was curious about, Koclanes was a lot of players called the head of the snake defensively. Obviously reported leader. Just who are some of the players maybe you're looking to help fill like that leadership void on the defensive end?
Everybody. Like it's really by committee right now, and really challenging this group to lean into that and take on expanded roles. We don't really have that one kind of alpha that can really demand it of one another and keep us organized. So it's everybody until somebody steps into it and takes that ownership, and it's on us too as a staff. So it's a collective effort right now.
It seems. Sorry.
No, you're good.
It seems. Like our focus today was maybe getting like some, motion or just, like your shapes and concepts overall. Just what are some things you're looking for offensively, kind of in the next couple of games, from this group?
Yeah, just continuity of comfortability with our spacing, and then again with the reactions, right? So like establish good spacing, get us to our first action, and then now let's be good. If that breaks down, what's the next action, right? So specifically with New York, looking at how they guarded us from last game and working on anticipating some of those similar coverages.
I actually really like it here. It's a lot of fun, and just getting to know the girls has been exciting, and seeing how we're gelling is really cool.
Now, what are some things that you can take away from the first game, even though it was like kind of a limited opportunity?
Honestly, just seeing how free-flowing it is, and seeing that it is a lot of fun, and it's more, free-flowing. So that means there's more opportunities to be like, if you got it, go, and just be aggressive and confident with whatever you decide.
And then how was today's practice maybe helpful for you to get more acclimated?
Today was so much better just because their concepts and their terminology is much different from where I was at. So just adjusting to the different terminology, and just the playing style is so different. So adjusting to that too, and seeing how I could fit and where my spots are.
How do you think you've developed over your last few seasons in the league?
My three-point has gotten much better, and just now I'm shooting better, so taking more reps will also be really nice.
And then what can you maybe take, you're playing the same team twice, could that maybe help you a little bit in terms of, applying what you're maybe working on in practice and studying film a little bit?
Yeah, we're preparing to be in the playoffs, so this is just another example to help us when you're in the series. I I think we're 1-1. So this is to win the series now. So it's going to be a very important game, and we're excited for tomorrow.
You talked about finding where you fit, where you can make an impact, where you feel like that is.
Just bringing in some defense and running the floor well, shooting threes, and attacking the rim, of course.
And then overall, just what are some things maybe the coaching staff is maybe working with you on? You mentioned the terminology, learning all that stuff. Is there anyone in particular that's maybe helping you throughout this early part of the process?
I think they all have been very helpful, and when I feel like I have the opportunity to attack, they're allowing me to, so that's really exciting too. And just making good game reads is very important, especially when you're playing this fast pace of offense, is making the right decision in those quick seconds where you have the chance with the ball.
From a team standpoint, what are just some of the collective focuses from today going into that next game?
Yeah, I think we had a good team meeting today just to get the fundamentals of what the team is and what we see in Lynx basketball. So I think that was very helpful today. And I think we're just tightening it up and really having a good stretch for these last couple of games where we want to make playoffs.
What's it been like for you just being traded at this point in the season?
Honestly, it's been okay. As a basketball player, as an athlete, you learn to adapt, and that's what happened to me, and I'm adapting.
Something I was curious about, Diamond had mentioned, with you being one of her teammates for, after, you being traded to Minnesota mid-season last year, having you here is helpful for her to, get adjusted to the new team. Just what are some things that she brings, and how have you maybe been able to help her?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing just from today is she has a voice. Right now we're still trying to find our way through this whole process. So she's coming from a winning culture. So she has a voice, little things that she sees, just making her feel comfortable enough to speak up, because people listen. We're a great group of women who want to get better, from Reek all the way down to Diamond. We all want to get better and be better for one another. So just allowing her to just use her voice and give us her knowledge that she has, because she has some great things or thoughts that go through her mind that make sense, so it can help us in the long run too.
How have you been just battling that? Missed a few games. How's that process been for you?
Yeah, it felt good to finally be back on the court again with my teammates, but this is honestly the first year where I've had ankle problems, so that's frustrating in itself. But just knowing that my teammates have my back, they want to see me healthy, they want to see me on the court, and so I can help them. So just all in all, frustrating with that. Injuries are never fun, and it's time consuming too, but just to be able to get on the court with them today was amazing.
Something Diamond mentioned is kind of viewing this next game as part of a playoff series. You're 1-1.
See, I told you she got good stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Just in terms of your perspective, just what are some things that maybe you can take? Obviously, you didn't play last game, but you can take from that last game as a group going into this next one.
Yeah, I thought we did some really good things. We can clean up a lot. A few things too that allows us to be in the game. What did we lose by 11? So we were still in the game, playing at Barclays on top of that. Their crowd is amazing. They have good energy there. So just to make it a close game there, there was a lot of good takeaways, but also things that we could clean up on, and we kind of did that today in practice here. We're going to focus a little more tomorrow on New York specifically, but there's definitely things we could work on and get better, not just for New York, our next games, and just our foundation that we want to play with as the Dallas Wings.
Something that I was curious about, for entering the season, Dejanay had a big role defensively, and you refer to her as a head of the snake defensively, with how impactful she is.
Yeah.
And just Chris had mentioned that they're looking for a collective, defensive leadership. Just what are some things that will be important for this group, kind of going forward to close the season on that end?
Yeah, you can't replace what Nay does for her team. She, like you said, is a head of a snake. Just her mind, how she approaches the game mindset defensively, that's definitely going to be missed. But at the same time, we have a group of women that I mentioned before that want to continue to get better and want to continue to grow and just be better, not only for themselves but for the team. So they're taking, you can ask any of our rookies or players, they're going to take the challenge on to be better defensively. That's talking, that's communicating, Chris talked about, like just a quarterback on the court, someone who can see the floor, tell people where to go, or in coverages, whatever the case may be. And that's going to be a collective right now. Not one person can change what we're trying to do defensively. It's going to take a group effort and just group accountability, and just all just togetherness. I don't want to say that word, but like togetherness. That's what's going to take for us defensively.
And then what did you see, in Maddie's return to the lineup? And what are you looking forward to about playing alongside her again?
Yeah, exactly. Just want to get back on the court with her. Like, just being on the court with her today, like dropping dimes to each other, like amazing. Her hitting shots defensively, her crashing the boards. Like earlier in the season, like we did like spreadsheets, and like she had like 100% crash rate every single time she played on the court, every time she played in the game. So it's just like little things like that where it doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but she allows us to get extra possessions. So I'm super excited to have her back. She's definitely like our Energizer bunny, defensively and offensively. She can hit crazy shots. Like her first shot, I was like, sorry, relief. Like she still has it. And I mean, when you're able to shoot like Maddie, like you could miss however many games and you're still going to have it. So I'm just happy that she's back on the court playing in uniform, feeling comfortable out there too. So yeah, I can't wait the next game to just be out there with her.